Then we need to go down and deal with we haven't been here yet. Okay.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
So now that I have both my screens back, let me put my OBS over on the other screen. Okay, so I can actually see if you can hear anything in the game. Okay. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints, you got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you out of the corner of her eye. That's my complaint, by the way, is sometimes the accents in here, they're so badly done that sometimes they sound pseudo-southern, and other times, like sometimes they sound like they're pseudo from Georgia or something, and other times they sound like they're from Missouri even, I would say. I'm going to open that up a little bit so y'all can see me a little bit better. Okay. So, Idaho. But they do. They're just all over the place, the accents, because they didn't get real Southerners, which is really sad. So let's say nothing. Soldiers.
You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of them.
She crushes another husk between finger and thumb. Let's see. Remind me what happened to father.
The blind father of attack sectors like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special ivory rocks.
They're special stones.
They got turned in until they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
I see.
That's why we needed to protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out with me? I'll finish up here.
It's kind of important to the story to talk to these ghosts, by the way. So I do apologize, by the way, for taking a break, but I lost 2 rabbits in 1 week. It was devastating. My one rabbit, I was taking him to get his teeth looked at, and his lungs stopped while we were looking. We had to put him, we had to let him sleep so we could look in his mouth, and his lungs just stopped. He was really old, but it didn't help. You know how that is. It doesn't matter how old they are. It's heartbreaking. And then that was Monday. And then Thursday, I had to have my baby put down after fighting for months to try to keep her alive and get her to be healthy again. And it was just, I say my baby. The babies are 5 years old now. But they're still my youngest ones, and I wasn't planning on losing them. I have a lot of much older rabbits. And I guess I should have expected Hamish to die, but I just didn't. So there that is. This is a no bunny. This is really a no-brainer battle right here. It's kind of pathetic. But again, it's not a combat simulator. And with regards to my Sims stream from earlier, what I would say is if you can get all your Sims games working at once, you will never be bored. You might get bored eventually, but pretty good. So. Okay, silver trail of slugs gleam inside the barrels. I'm still freaked out because I had to convert part of my rabbit cages downstairs in the rabbit shed, and there were big, fat, juicy spiders down there, and I've just been freaking out ever since. I've had dreams that the spiders crawling on me, and I feel them in my hair. The first Indiana Jones was one of my least favorites, where the bugs were crawling through her hair, or was it? No, that was the second one, wasn't it? She's going across the wall, and there's this bugs right on her neck. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. So we didn't check over here. I know there's nothing here because I've been here before. Everyone has. Who hasn't? Hands up, everyone who hasn't. You? Oh. Okay.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
A spectral man arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the Duchel and Adir insignia on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the Bowling River. Bring a wagon team with you. A dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Ahmed Hunter herself, which means they might as well have come from the door. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deer wood so they've nowhere to retreat.
Whoa!
Burn them down when they come out. Let them blaze if they want.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone wall march. We can only hope it'll discourage future comrades.
Okay, so that seems to be directed at the boy as well. The boy that she said was going to become a soldier, she said they'd just gone through the Broken Stone War, and this is the next war.
I know this is personal. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Barrick will have his work cut out.
It's the god of death, the cycle of death, rebirth, and life. For those of you who have not played this yet. The cod is rough with splinters. I wasn't planning on sitting on it. And this is our goal right here. All around underneath my keyboard. A raider. Well, you can't hardly hear this, can you? Shit. Let me turn this up. I did ask for someone to tell me, but no one said anything, so... an elven man turns to face you. His cheeks, his forearms, and the cartilage of his long, pointed ears are smeared with indigo and blue paints. He grins wickedly beneath a thatch of wild hair.
Don't worry. Everyone remembers
Now
the
you
raid
can
was
hear it.
your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled. Too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
Okay, what is the Rio? Okay. The ragged stripes of paint on his face twist as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're still our elders for now. A dead gray tooth peers from between his lips. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rio, they had no choice but to support us. That's why I was grabbing at my nose. Okay. There's no doubt you will join their ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fails you tonight. He laughs.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
I'm not a woman. We're playing a man. That was weird. An Aloth seems to be caught mid-stride. He reaches towards your cheek, but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremble of doubt runs through him. What?
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
He drops his hand to his side instead, drawing a notched blade from his belt. Okay. Okay, so I thought he was talking to the boy in the past, but apparently he was talking to some gal. How interesting. Let me make sure. For some reason I don't know that this is working, but we'll see. Okay. Because otherwise I miss people's comments if they happen. I don't get very many comments. I have more lurkers than anything else. Okay, so here we go. Maerwald.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us.
A large liver-spotted man, barrel-chested and paunchy, cowers in a far corner of the room, his white hair a tangled, stringy mess. He covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later.
Welcome to my channel. 00
Hi.
underscore Aaliyah. Welcome to my channel.
Is it going to read them all again?
Welcome to my channel.
I guess it will.
00 underscore Alyssa. Welcome to my channel. Tarsai. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel.
I'll just let it run.
Welcome to my channel.
That's how many people are actually in here. I get a lot of lurkers, which is fine
Welcome
for
to
me.
my channel. Regress. Welcome to my channel.
Okay, so are you Maerwald? He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. I try not to hiss when I argue with myself. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness falling over him. His head tilts forward slightly. He looks you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice suddenly turns raspy.
Maerwald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
So here's our choice again. I'm going to move my hand out of the way here. I like number 4. I'm no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you've ever seen?
Maerwald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Whoever you are. So it says before that, the old man turns his body away and has another murmured, sputtering argument facing the wall. He turns back to you. He has taken on a confident stance, and his chest is puffed out like a soldier's. And new strength enters his voice. Okay.
To speak to Maerwald? Maerwald, whose touch is poison? Maerwald, who knows not his effect?
Okay, the man's posture has folded, and the hands he held strongly at his side a moment ago resume their original tremors. His voice is feeble and tentative. So we have only one choice, and that is, I was told I am a watcher and that you could tell me more about it. And about the tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
The window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Hear and reach into it, speak and listen through it. The watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead. An empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I? What the gods wanted of me, thought I. The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged.
So that voice came from with a quick spasm, his shoulders straighten and his voice becomes strong again, right?
Was the gods' wishes
He tilts forward.
lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Okay, that's the raspy voice.
Little I knew.
That's the old man again. Okay, so we can either tell him he's lost his mind, it seems, or we can say, I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want? I like number 2.
No. No. Forgive me. Forgive me.
He covers his mouth with his hand, his breathing convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. Bless his heart. I don't know, it seems he would.
Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Okay. Allah's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? Let's pick number 1, lore. 2, you mean you remember your past lives.
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times.
That's how you capture rabbits. This is my baby. He's my companion. He likes to be in whatever room I'm in, by the way.
Memory. Personality. Identity. Any might respect this. Or
Don't want it in your arms. Okay, and it seems, and I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now is our only choice.
Maerwald has lost control. Maerwald's body no more.
The spirits I passed, what are they?
And not my spirits. Always whispering to Maerwald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them. Form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Maerwald awakened, they could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
So the spirits are memories from previous lives.
Memories, angry memories. Maerwald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder. How could they know?
Okay, so why do these past lives still trouble you, or how do you tell a spirit from a memory? That's a good question. I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere since I became a watcher. I like number 2. How do you tell a spirit from a memory?
Memories. Stuck in time, mindless, cruel, never far.
Okay, so let's pick number 3 then. I've seen others. No, not you too.
You too.
Would you like to get down now and eat something? You're such a good boy. I love my good boy. So, all at once, in spite of his abject misery, his expression changes to one of utmost sympathy. Poor man. Poor man.
They will take you too.
Told you a watcher's not to be trusted. What's to be expected when one makes a habit of seeing what's not meant for mortal eyes, if not madness? Looks as though our journey together may be a short one. You're saying I'll end up like you. Ooh,
So
very astute.
fragile the watcher's mind. So real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
So why do these past lives still trouble you, or I'm awakening a past life too? How would that have happened? Let's pick 3.
Were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives. They dwell near the surface, waiting.
00_Ella.
Waiting to
Welcome
take
to my
your
channel.
mind for their
Hi,
own.
welcome. You know that I love you. Did you know that I love you?
Maerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire and burning wood and storms.
Oh, good gad. So why do these past lives still trouble you?
All my fault. Soldier
you down now? Should I let you down now? Are you my baby?
No undoing what's done.
Sometimes you move too
War
quickly.
there was all around.
I love
War
you.
of stone, war
I
of
love you.
tree.
Yeah. You're my baby. Ah, War of Tree. Of course, the Broken Stone War and the War of the Black Trees. This was the early period of the Adrian colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfathians. You see, but
Tree Mosher.
that was a long time ago.
Welcome to my channel. Tree Mosher said, "Hey there, Chief.
Hey there. How you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. We have Easter Monday at the moment. Here, this is yours. You earned that. You're a good boy. Okay, so I met one of your memory spirits that was talking about raiding a village. I do hope
Free motion.
everyone's doing great. Nice. Oh yeah,
Nice hair.
he's my sweetheart. So Maerwald's voice becomes raspy, and he is somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. If this had a bit an air that belonged to their bloodfather.
Maerwald cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over. He wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live in weakness. Okay. Is this why people don't like Durance, by the way? I'm trying to figure out why people don't like Durance. I've never understood that, really. Wow, no, we're not doing cruel or benevolent or passionate. Let's try stoic. Terrible things happen in war. Living with what you've done is its own penance. Okay, that sounds fine.
The baby boy
Tree Mosher
conceived
said,
in the raid.
I Lyle Durance.
I like Durance too. I've read in the forums and stuff that people can't stand him.
Marauder and the boy,
I think he's cool.
marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider. So when the raider died, his soul went into the baby that he had conceived. And I have played this before. I always like to act like I don't know anything about it because I'm playing a different character.
He tells it as it is. I could see him ordering a Reuben sandwich.
Yeah. I do. I like Durance though because he's just straightforward. You don't have to really. Sometimes he talks in riddles, but you have to really wonder what he's thinking, which frequently sounds like me. Okay, so then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by raiders.
No pity from me. The crimes of the Nine Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn.
Wow. So what? So he came back in his next life to burn his own clan? No wonder he's such a mess now. That'll stain you right down to your soul. Maerwald's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, obviously oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead.
This is like in the past, you know?
What for?
I'm going to pick number 4, whatever the reason I don't think we're meant to know.
How little we know.
That's true. Okay, there must be some way to make these memories go away.
Always there. Always remembered. Can't forget. Can't unsee.
By the way, like I said, I'm sitting in the dark because I'm having problems with my eyes. The light is really hurting. Okay, I didn't just remember, someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke with books and keys and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead, books of burden, queens that were. Known to me are they, the leaden key.
The Leaden Key. It seems we share an enemy. Llewellyn Gladefast. That's what I named my character. Assassins and Watcher Wakers both. They certainly keep busy. Okay. If the Leaden Key caused my awakening,
Tree
could
Major.
they undo it?
Also sensitive to light here. I get it.
Are you? Yeah.
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
And see, I had cataracts at 34 years old, and every once in a while, crystals will grow back, and they just need to be lasered off, you know. But I went to the ophthalmologist who took over my old ophthalmologist's practice, and they were like, we need to give you glasses. I'm like, that's not going to help. We can tint the glasses. It's just going to keep getting worse, you know. So now I have an appointment in November, and I have to see if I can get to a doctor in Poland so I can get this taken care of in between. Because I'm in Germany right now, and I'm not getting any help over here. So who is this queen they pray to?
Goddess,
Oh, what again?
crown shattered, head body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder. Bearer
She's a
of
wench.
justice. But whose?
If y'all have played the second one, you know she's a wench. Okay, so what can you tell me about the Leaden Key?
Secrets and deceptions and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they.
I think that's the same guy who does Durance's voice,
Sir.
isn't it?
Hatred of
What class are
Rogers,
you playing?
hatred and
Oh, I actually made myself a mage.
threat to secrets.
I made him a wood elf, I think was what he. Oh no, a pale elf. I made a pale elf mage, was what I made, and I thought that I might be able to turn Alof into a thief. You can make him function as a thief, of course, but you can't change their class. I forgot that, so he's just functioning as a thief, and I've got 2 mages. So, do you know where I might find the Leaden Key?
Never far
Defiance Bay. Okay, I need to go so I can search for this man from the Leaden Key. We should be I don't know why we didn't ask him about Adair's stuff.
sleep well.
Hold. I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adia land thieves than take orders from me.
I'd sooner do a lot of things than take orders from a lunatic. Some of the answers here are really hard to resist. Take it easy. I'm not going to betray anyone. You're confusing me with someone in a past life. Yeah, number 2.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Galloway's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
Okay. I guess we're just going to fight, aren't we? We always do. Let him get all head up. Let's let him put his Holy Radiance. Slam a book at them. And the other one just does whatever he does. Oh, yeah, I love that. He looks like he's on fire too, doesn't he? I usually play a barbarian when I play this, and I didn't want to play a barbarian again. I've played a druid, but you find a really good druid later too, so. Uh-oh. I need to pay attention. I'm a bad girl. It's set down to a low enough level that a lot of the battles are sort of those.
Leave it to me.
Come on. Just kill it before it spreads. There you go. There. There's a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Maerwald's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There is something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death, the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. We'll have to sever that, won't we? Okay, so we were granted Speaker of the Restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope. Ghostly and alive, its frayed ends writhing like tide pool. I forgot how to say that word. Anemones. And you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate the strands. Das ist genau, was passiert, wenn du zu lang in eine andere Sprache funktioniert. No? So, I've never tried that. I wonder what would happen. Let's allow him to pass from this world. That seems the kindest thing. Strand by strand, the connections fly apart like the overstressed strings of some ethereal instrument. With the tearing of the final string, the rope becomes liquid and dissolves from your awareness. Maerwald's soul hovers near you, a vortex of strife and discord, but there is something else there beneath it, something like relief. His soul passes through one of the walls and is gone.
Hey.
So let's give that to him. True story. Okay. Put everything else in there for the moment. Ooh, tea.
Steady does it.
Gonna look for traps. That's why this is scouting mode and sneaking mode. Both.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
Or better yet, let's just go over here first. He wants to talk to us. We'll get to that in just a moment.
I'll see what I can do. The work of a moment.
Okay. So the sickly sweet smell of rot rises from this half-eaten fruit.
Poor Maerwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. Cruel fate.
I tend toward number 3. I don't think knowledge was the problem. He said that if I can find out what caused this, it might help me. He was just weak. I say that, but I don't know how my character would fare in the same situation. So, that is true. And there is no such thing in my experience as too much knowledge. Come, we'll find your answers. And mine, I hope. Do you have like migraine headaches or something, Tree Mulcher, by the way? That you get the light sensitivity? Oh, you've had cataracts too.
I don't want to discuss it.
So we can't camp here. Oh, we can camp here. She said, and then the game proved her to be completely wrong. Let's go back up, however, and talk to the statue. What? You're going to be talking to several statues in this game, by the way.
Aye, you're right. No sense listening to that old vampart.
Damn Virago, not now!
Tree Mosier said, good camping spot.
Yeah, it was a good camping spot, that's true. But we have one camping supply left, and
I felt Maerwald's passing. You slew him.
Yeah, several of him.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness.
Oh, tea.
This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Maerwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Okay, so Maerwald said I must go to the city of Defiance, or I have always wanted to own my own keep, even if it's a little cursed. Or what do I want with a ruin? I like number 2. Okay, you feel the same emanation of warmth and energy in the air. Then it is yours, my lord. I cannot begin to tell you how glad, that is, how good it is to know that the keep is in capable hands once again. I suppose I should mention first that if you mean to travel to Defiance Bay for supplies, there has been a complication of a kind. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Maerwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before he became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired, if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but a master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. Excuse me, I'm sitting here with no shoes on. I should probably put some slippers on. Okay, so how do I repair the Barbican then? Well, first, what does being the master of Caed Noir, what does that entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instructions. If you instruct me...
Said. 1 viewers, +1, alarm clock 42 minutes and 18 seconds.
If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security, in turn, these will become less of a concern. You should know, however, that the position does come with some risk. Your name will grow in fame, and you must contend with threats to the keep. And then there are other things. Was there anything else, my lord? What did you mean by risks? Maerwald's curse was his own, a watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Sorry, my nose is just... So, every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Adarian colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen from time to time intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Caed Noir a barren ruin and robbed me of my hopes. The endless paths, that, my friend, is where I must go, where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, think too, what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Adarian. If only he would think of the question of what language he speaks. I think that's excellent. Okay, but who's this master below? I don't think anyone knows. I could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless paths, the Ingwithian tyrant, Odnoa. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more. But what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen, while below, the hand of the great statue Odnoa constructed. Perhaps it is the statue of Odnoa himself. Okay, what are the endless paths? The endless paths of Odnoa. That is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glenfathens that this site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at that time we thought nothing of it. Put this down here, maybe that'll help dampen the noises behind me. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Ingwithian named Odnoa, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper levels in with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Ingwithian relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their death, I fear. Okay, but am I not the master of this heap of stones? Of course you are. The keep will have no other. But the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is fortunate that it is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. Okay, if the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. I have other questions. Yes, how can I help you? How do I repair the Barbican? Okay. Maerwald set aside materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make future repairs to the keep, further repairs, I was going to say that makes no sense. If you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. Okay, it's time to go find this queen in the city of Defiance. You must know, this queen you're looking for, Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mequins of Adair haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodika. I am told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. Okay. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me that what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Okay. Maerwald kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish. Okay, let me see what repairs I can make. Then I'll get underway at once. The steward's voice belies a giddy excitement. Know, my lord, that this is but the first and least of the great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings, it's very redundant, for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and these will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did under Maerwald's keeping. That is to say, that they were overrun, not that they were defended. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon the grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me if you but reach out. But first, of course, the Barbican. Okay, so here it is. Purchase that. Let's see what these do. Restoring Bright Hollow will allow you to rest here. Other upgrades can unlock resting bonuses for it. Upgrading the main keep will repair your Great Hall, allowing visitors and adventurers to be available to you and your companions. Sorry. This one takes 2 days, but we have time, so let's do that one. Okay, because this one was instantly completed, but that one definitely is not. So as we go along, we will be able to hire people, but we have to build the barracks first. He wants to talk to us. Did we not already talk to him? No.
I was hoping our meeting with Maerwald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kind the Younger read her father's will.
Okay, well, I did come to the Direwood for a new home, the Deerwood. I do wish I could have gotten through to him. I normally don't take the benevolent path, but I do. He was too far gone, but don't worry. The past is there that we might learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers in Defiance Bay.
From which to go searching at least. And then there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Anyone else? No? So it's actually going to be a long trip to Defiance Bay. Let's see if we can make it back to the village and go stay at the inn. And maybe pick up some extra supplies. All of a sudden the world lights up because the computer screen lights up. And I thinking that took care of all the naughty spirits that were left, if there were any left. I don't think there were. I think we beat them all.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Just comes up with these crazy things, eh? So we do have to go here, but this bridge is actually out. And anyhow, we'll have to go here to get this opened up to us. Of course, we could go here and go straight to the city. Did we already do that? We couldn't have because it's not open. Let's go back to the Vale. Exhaust ourselves utterly. No, we should go down through that bridge first. That's usually this is the way things are done. Aloth seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
You've been acting strange. I like that.
A crumbling castle, abandoned memories, and an old man who can no longer tell them from reality. I'd say we've seen some rather strange things.
Fair enough. So, like I said, I'm sorry it's so dark. I don't mean it to be that dark.
An uncertain future ahead.
Sun setting. There's no point in speculating now, I agree.
Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Okay, let's move along. We will take a quick peeky pie. We're stoic and honest. That's all we've managed. We've been very, very honest. It's amazing to me that we're more stoic than honest. What? Okay. All of you.
Welcome to my channel.
All y'all. Hi, welcome. I'm really dark. The sun's setting and I don't have any lights on at the moment. So, well, I do. I have lights on back here. Okay, let's go and rest. Let us go sleep. Oh, Adair wants to talk to us too.
My old wife. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. I don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
So, okay, you were going to ask him in front of me anyway. You may as well tell me now what it is.
This fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Whiteland, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Ray at Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. It didn't seem right what Whiteland had in store. He really was Aethys.
You blew him up.
I thought this whole Watcher would be when my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, get it in my soul or something.
Doesn't
It was
work
our
like that.
connection. Told you it was dumb.
It's not dumb, but I don't think that's quite the way that it works.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Fair enough. Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. I don't want to be insulting to him. Otherwise, I would definitely pick number 2. It took you 15 years to figure that out. It's kind of rude. You should be prepared that there may be no record of your brother's death. Well, wouldn't be any worse off then, would I? Nope. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They've got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well,
We'll do it.
you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Ooh, tea.
Hey,
Let's go to sleep. I light up every once in a while, don't I?
all right.
So
then.
we kindly know this joint.
Hey, I'm well now.
I beg your pardon? Okay, thank you. Okay, a room, please. Why, certainly. Perception and mechanics sounds real good. Oh, tea. Oh,
Greetings.
supplies. See what you got for sale, can I? I get a discount here. Probably get a discount at the blacksmith too, I guess. So I can carry 3 more. Let's go on and get those. We could. Well, we haven't been out and running around too long, have we? So we hadn't got much in our inventory. That's okay. So at least we have a full complement of camping supplies now. And I'm eating that with all my heart. So we got to go down through here. No, we don't. Just a second. We have to go through the Black Meadow. It don't really matter how we get there. I believe we cleared that out. I think is how we've cleared out all 3 of those spots. She said naively. That wasn't this game. That was another game. What? Oh, yeah, they're pretty easy, though. She said optimistically. As I said, they're pretty easy. I didn't expect them to fall down like firewood. Come on, Bipples. That was ridiculously easy. That was beyond easy. This overturned cart bristles with crossbow bolts. Blood stains darken the cracked wood slats. Not sure that's going to take us down to the other portion we need to be at, so that's opened it up. Okay, let's go there. Woohoo! Oh, if we'll just stand there and stare at it long enough, it'll kill us. What? How did you die? One of the little lizard thingies. What? I didn't know that was possible. Well, I tried real hard. Okay, so we're only going to stream for about another half an hour today, and then we will get back into it again tomorrow. And probably tomorrow, I might go ahead tomorrow and do some more streaming on The Sims 3. Because I do want to show people. Like I said, in the Sims community, there's an awful lot of nostalgia. You know, about The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. And a lot of people haven't played it for a long time. And the people who told me they were playing it on Windows 10 without doing anything, like, have really crappy processors, or they're lying. So, curse my luck, the woman mutters, kicking her foot into the ground and upturning a clod of soil. As you approach, her ears twitch and she turns to greet you. Hail, traveler, she says with a half-hearted hand wave. The bridge to Defiance Bay is out. If that's where you're headed, you'll need to find another route. Well, what destroyed the bridge? The river's been rising on account of the storms. Here where the river narrows, the flooding did the most damage. The Orland woman folds her arms, a scowl overtaking her face. Guess they don't make things to last around here, do they? They just don't make them like they used to, do they? One of the stone columns collapsed in a flash flood, taking the whole middle section of the bridge out to sea. Madmer Bridge was the most direct route from Gilded Vale to Defiance Bay. Merchants and travelers now have to find boat passage or add days of extra travel to loop around the bay. So I started a ferry service, thinking I'd earn some coin and help others across the bay. Emphasis on earn some coin. Peregrine shakes her head, her ears twitching as she speaks, and that was a bigger mistake than the time I allowed a cipher to court me. Okay, mistake, how so? I'd been attempted to turn a quick copper, but she bites her lip. Her face turns flushed with anger. Just my luck. The blasted currents threw my ferry into the rocks, dashed it and my profits to pieces. Making matters worse, when I went to prowl the shore to salvage whatever shipping crates didn't sink, a pair of looters attacked me. She stomps her foot into the ground. The damn brigands had the nerve to attack. I managed to avoid harm, but now they have stolen by force all that is left of my fortune. She eyes you for a long second, her hand cupping her chin. You know, you look like you'd fare better against those looters than little old me. Could I enlist your help? Well, now, I'll take a look. How do I get to Defiance Bay? With the bridge destroyed, the best course of action would be to follow the river north. You'll be able to cross further upstream, but you got a long walk ahead of you. Goodbye. Okay, ready to serve. I hope you're using that toilet, not just digging around in it. Okay, now look at this. See, he's attacking me first. I better get the other one first. I didn't start it. He started it. But now then I'm going to end it. Start with those, do with that, and let you do whatever it is you're going to do. Because you're you. Ooh. He's splattered. He's splattered. He did. So. And now somebody's going to be very unhappy because we've killed somebody they know. Unless they were alone, of course. In which case our fortune Oh, yeah. See, you had to know that was coming. Hanwen. Gathered around the soggy timbers of a shipwreckage, men and women pick through the driftwood, snatch of muddy silverware, moldy clothes, chipped pottery, and anything they can spot amongst the debris. All eyes turn as you approach. The group trade nervous stares at you until at last a woman in muddy clothes steps forward and speaks. "Where are Brettel and Terran?" she asks. "They were just up along that path and we heard fighting." Her eyes narrow and a hand moves toward a knife on her belt as she anticipates your reply. "They attacked us. It was a matter of self-defense." Okay. "You killed them?" You see Hanwen's eyes tear up before she buries her face in her hands. "I told you we was going to upset someone." The men and women around her take a step back, eyeing you cautiously. Hanwen looks up and wipes her eyes. "You speak of self-defense. Well, we're here defending ourselves from this storm." Her voice rises as her face grows flushed with emotion. "The floods took our entire farm. We have nothing left. Nothing. No food, no roof, and now I don't even have my cousins." She throws up her hands in despair. "We don't want to fight you. We've lost enough already. Please just leave us." That doesn't change the fact that you're stealing. Hanwen looks at her comrades, all nodding in agreement. "Then you leave us with no choice." Okay. If that's the way you feel about it, darling. You know, first let's get all head up. Take that one. How do I do the head? Thank you. So, do the head. Let's go after her. And you know this is going to get ugly right around here. Let's let him go, though. Yep. Wow. She wasn't long for this world, was she? I'm going to have to check again what setting I've got. I've got it so it's not so hard that we have to keep reloading, but it seems awful easy. I'm not even breaking a sweat here. Wow. A chicken. I don't want to know. Quite certain there's a story behind the chicken, but I'm just not sure I want to know what it is. You know, we didn't deal with that. Oops, shies. Get the booze and the chicken. Stash them together, see what comes out of that. So, that's what I thought. He doesn't have any hat, so let's give him this. Immunity to confused and +2 intellect. Is that going to help him? So, he didn't ever look at this. There's quite a few things in there he doesn't have. And we've got plenty of money. Cool. I don't like the flame thingies, and don't know. We'll think about that one. He has that one. Oh, how interesting. Okay. I think he just kind of came with that one. And is there anything there he doesn't have? Ghost Blades, Chill Fog. We know our other guy has that. I think he has that. So let's take this. Okay. Then we can think about selling those. Nobody we have really uses a shield. We're way too brutal for that. Very nice. Okay, so we're not really here to steal stuff. Let's go tell this chick we've got her stuff cleared away. We've cleared out the looters and she can come get her stuff. My helpful stranger returns. Have you managed to find anything yet? Even if all you found is driftwood, just knowing those looters got what they deserved would moisten my breeches. Oh. Okay. I guess I'm not finished. I thought I was finished. What? I mean, my choices were to steal something. Maybe there was more than I thought. So let's see what this says. The frayed end of the rope drifts into the river. Well, I reckon we're meant to take it, aren't we? I've forgotten. It's been a while since I've done this scene. Okay, let's show her the cargo and see. Ah, Peregrine's ears twitch with excitement as you drop the supplies down in front of her. Thank you. I was beginning to think it had all been sunken to the bottom of the river. Consider this a small token of my gratitude. She's reached into her tunic pocket. I'll reward you properly when you visit me at my shop in Defiance Bay. Okay. That seems quite good. Except I don't have a mouse anymore. Ah, there it is. Notice my complete lack of panic. Ah, it's one of those things again. Okay. And again, we're not here to steal. Oh, I really need to get some slippers on. It's still kind of chilly here in Germany.
That'd be the easy way to get to Defiance Bay. Before the floods, anyway.
Well, it is what it is. That's stoic. It is what it is, and that's all what it is. Some of you wonder about me. I have been more or less isolated here in Germany for 23 years, not in touch with how America has changed. Luckily, my own people don't change too much. They change in some ways, but not in ways that make it impossible to feel
I shall be discreet.
comfortable. I don't get to go home very often anyhow. Camping supplies, they're pistish. I know we find them every once in a while. It's just you never know when you're going to find them. So I thought we might find something secret, but we didn't. Okay. So we're here. Go around this way. 1 day and 22 hours. What? Yep, that's what I was thinking was we're going to have some... It's quite a long time to take to travel, but, you know. Bleh. Okay, so this will stop invaders from coming. Do that. It'll be a while before we get back and need to rest in that one place. More gravestones. If memory serves, this is where we find the little hunting gal. She's at the crossroads with her fox. And I'd love to listen to Adair wanting to pet her fox. There she is.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bear figurine between her feet. A large, white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up as you approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you waiting for?
Version? I'm located
looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Standing around here is probably not the most productive thing you could do. Perhaps not, but running around all over the Deerwood hasn't done much good so far. Okay, is your friend supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitar. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persog. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persog's trail is cold, to say the least.
Okay, why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people in the Deerwood. He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. How long have you been looking for him? 5 years. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember who could be anyone now.
That about sums it up.
That it must be an important duty.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
How does the statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull matte along its arched back and ovid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persog. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
If she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation, not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitok, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persog, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright for a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. The whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course.
I'll do it for free.
I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
Okay, go
He
on.
thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine? Because, why not?
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine. Her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. She watches as you examine it, wary but cautious. You raise the Audra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amid the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch where you step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Okay, she shrugs and she's silent. Return the figurine. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What just happened?
I hate that one. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I, madam, am a real watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. If you'd have seen the way he stares at dead things, you'd know he's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Not asking you for any. Come with me. I've got business in this area. We can take a look for Persock on the way.
And if this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Either way.
She tucks the figurine in her pouch, and her fox stands shaking its pale coat. So now we've got her. So I think we're going to leave the stream here for tonight, and then we will come back tomorrow and pick it up again. So let's save it. We always save it with something sensible. Full party with the hunter. Okay. That way we know what we was doing. At least have some clue. Maybe not. Anyhow, so thank you everyone for being, I want to thank everyone for being with me. I have a lot of lovely lurkers who like to come and hang out, and I appreciate it. I think it's great. Would be kind of nice if people could come and sit in the stream so that you count in the stream so I can get affiliated someday. Because I have quite a few lovely lurkers. But as long as you join me, it's fine. And I do thank you. Keep healthy, stay safe until tomorrow, and I will see you then.